All right, so welcome everyone to this very lovely evening session for low tech business automation with myself, Ojuga Junwa, also known as Coach Ojugo. So I would love us to introduce ourselves. You're welcome to this call. I know some of us may be new to anything automation, so we're going to start from the scratch to define and describe what automations are. They are actually great lifesavers, such that if you're able to automate parts of your business, you're actually in the end saving your business money and time. So welcome to the call. I would love you to introduce yourself, tell us where you're watching from. At least I'm watching from Lagos, Port Harcourt. I'm looking at the screen for your comments. I'm facilitating from Abuja. I'm pleased to meet you. Welcome to my world. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So please do get your journal ready. I will be reading the comments when I ask questions because I want it to be interactive. Please get your journal ready. We're going to have a very meaningful conversation. Now, this particular session is in two parts. So this first part would hold today, and the second part would hold on Friday in the evening. So I encourage us to go through all of them. We had a first cohort that did, and they've been saying very good things about that last session. So I encourage us, take it serious, note the time, save it as an alarm on your phone, and all that, and then we'll take it from there. Adina, welcome. Ihoma Adu, welcome. Thank you for being here. Okay, Ihoma is from Lagos, Susan, Abuja, Samson is my former colleague, Abuja. You're all welcome. Thank you for being here. Kay, where are you? Are you in Abuja? I think you're in Abuja, right? Okay. So I would read all of that when the time comes. So we'll quickly head in because I have a mandate to make sure that I, finish everything in the next at least 40 minutes so that we could ask questions, 35, 40 minutes. So systems are so important. 94% of problems in business, they are system driven. Only 6% are people driven. That means if you put people with bad business systems, you would have problems. But if the systems are good, it would just be, just a small percent of people that would have issues, driving the success of your business. All right. So for those new to me, my name is Dr. Juga Junwa. I'm co-founder at Right Track Consulting, chairman at Teach for Employability Skills Foundation. I'm a management consultant, trainer, and certified project manager with a tech background. I also do a lot of things with supporting businesses launch their. You can connect with me. So any platform, that works with you, that would be great. So I'm a project management consultant, like I've said, speaker, trainer, and coach. For business, online summits, courses, book launches, affiliate programs, giveaways, and what have you. I focus on helping you create a powerful connection between SME VCon, Small Medium Enterprise Virtual Conference, and the REM WACON, Remote Worker Annual Conference. And we did we did the second version of the Remwakon in, when was that? Actually, community called the Sprout community, and another called the Remote Work Support community. And it's a growth time podcast on Spotify, so you can connect and join over there. So enough about me. Let's head over to you. I think I need to admit people in. Okay. Okay, so welcome, welcome, welcome. If you're just joining us, thank you for being here. I think I have more people coming in. Thank you for being here and spending a bit of your Sunday evening with us. Boye, Adina, thank you for being here. You can introduce yourself, where you're watching from, in the comments. So let's head over to a very quick poll. I always love my sessions to be interactive. Now, this is not a lecture series or anything. It's more of, us exchanging ideas, and finding where there are gaps to close. So what are your favorite technology tools for work and why? So let's discuss, what are the favorite tools? You could tell us one or two, 1 to 3, and I'll be watching the comments. So let me admit more people waiting to come in. Okay, so I'm reading the comments. Welcome, Ima Abo. Thank you for being here. Please tell us where you're watching from. So please start by sharing. Okay, I've seen someone list some. Rosemary, thank you for being here. So share your favorite technology tools for work and then why. Why do you like them? So your name, your job role, or the type of thing you do, and then your tool of choice. Oh, I'm seeing a lot of Google. Google for the win. Google is winning. So Susan says ChatGPT, Canva, and PMO Focus. Wow, I'm new to PMO Focus. So you see, we're all learning from each other. Ihoma says Google Workspace, Samsung, ChatGPT. I like that. ChatGPT. Interesting. That it helps with your thoughts direction. And that is true. You may just be staring at a blank screen, but ChatGPT to the rescue, and all that. Adina says, okay, sorry, I won't be able to speak. No, you don't need to, you can type. Okay, Kay says she's in Newcastle. Yes, I remember. I thought you were in Abuja with us. I don't know how I thought you were in Abuja. Okay, so Marian, Lagos, welcome. What are your favorite tools? Okay, Adina says she's from an entertainment background. Yes, but what technology tools do you use for your work? Susan, Google Workspace. Ima, okay, watching from Abuja. Kay says Excel and Canva. Beautiful. That means you like numbers. Okay, Adina says Google Workspace, Final Draft. Wow, I've not heard that before. Okay, I'm sure it's an entertainment tool, Final Draft, and Adobe. Okay, with the Creative Cloud. Okay, that is beautiful. I think everyone should take notes. Take note of what others are using. You may find something useful. Boyo says ChatGPT, Google Workspace, Canva, Microsoft Office, okay, Word, Excel, PowerPoint. Ugofumi, thank you for being here. Sorry about keeping you waiting yesterday. I was unavoidably unable to do that. All right. Yes, welcome. All right. So we're taking a quick poll, and I think we are done. Final draft is for script writing. Okay, yes, I know Adobe has a lot of tools, video and photo editing. Beautiful. Ima Albo says Canva, Adobe Express. Okay. Sounds nice. So please take note of things that we are all learning. We are here to learn from each other. Like I told you, it's just an interactive time, especially with this first topic. So we broke this into two because it could be a bit lengthy, and I know we'll find a lot of value that way, so that is not like crammed in. So thank you for being here. I think Sunday evenings are great for this type of things. We would have all finished the hustle of the last week. I think we'll vote in on the group on a perfect day for the second part of this. All right. All right. Okay, are you in here at all today? What are your favorite tools? We're taking a quick poll. All right, so we'll head over to what you should expect. Session 1, we'll talk about setting up automations, what is productivity, why you should automate. So automation has, grown wings over time because, people now work with technology, and there are so many things these technology tools can do, and a lot of us are not even using like 100% of it. So why should you automate? So that you can reclaim time from tedious tasks, enhance focus and creativity, make data-driven decisions, and use tools, AI tools that are out there. There are so many these days. In fact, I think every week something is giving birth to, if I may say. So areas to automate for a productivity boost, we'll look at Zoho Invoice, Google Calendar, Google Drive. I love that we're already using Google, Microsoft, and all of that to do our work. So we'll talk about a bit of them. And then in session 2, we'll go deeper into WhatsApp automation. Nigerians and Africans, we love WhatsApp. And you must have a WhatsApp strategy, for yourself as ManyChat is for helping you manage your DMs, especially if you have DMs that blow up, maybe when you launch something and so on. Then email marketing automation. It's time to take email serious. I think all the social media platforms, we see them, their algorithms change and move from east to west like every other month, but when you have an email list, it is your own, is owned property. Those ones are borrowed land. I have a friend, and even my junior sister, she has a large Instagram handle. She does a lot of millenary thing, and you can imagine Facebook and Instagram taking off your account for really not. She can't even remember what she really did. They said you're violating our rules, and then she has to appeal. I think it took almost a week for her to get her account today. And imagine if you don't even get that account. That means if you have 100,000 followers, 10,000, 5,000, 1,000, it's gone. All that hard work. So it's good to think about email and automating your communications using email going forward. So again, let's head into the part where we talk about what productivity really means. It refers to your efficient utilization of resources to achieve desired outputs or accomplish your work effectively. So it encompasses time management, work organization, focusing, goal setting, continuous improvement efforts. These are things that if you really work on it 365 days of the year, you see that you'll be in a league of your own. A lot of people do not manage their time well. They do not organize their work. They are not really focused. There are no goals. I think a lot of people say they do resolutions, New Year resolutions, but then you must also goal set, so that every step of the way you can have something tangible that you really did accomplish. Then enhancing productivity leads to increased output, better resource utilization, higher profitability, and a competitive advantage. So you stand above your peers for individuals, teams, and organizations. So I want to just talk about a quick hack that you can take away from. I think I have people joining in. So I have to navigate 2 windows. All right, thank you for being here. Thank you for logging in. All right, so I have a productivity hack that you can take away and start implementing as soon as this evening. Okay, as soon as this evening. So what is the hack? Before you go to bed, plan your next day. Now, I'm not talking of technology tools. I'm talking of your pen and journal. So who does this? Who does this regularly? You can give us some hearts if you already do this hack. I like that Boyo raises his hand very fast. Okay, that is great. And you find that when you start on this note, planning a night before on pen and paper, you're already doing what 90% of people will not do. They'll just wake up casually on Monday and, things will just flow. Before you know it, it's 2 o'clock. Before you know it, it's time to go home, and stuff like that. So you really, really want to, be intentional about how you use your time. Planning is key. And of course, when you plan, execute. So before you go to bed, plan your next day. What are the 9 tasks that you need to complete? So you can just list them out on your journal, or if you're using a digital tool, maybe your notes, on an iPhone or Android phone. What are 9 tasks I need to complete on Monday? So that means you can even use this evening to also think about this week. So if we're saying 9 tasks and we say, okay, we work Monday to Friday, that is 45 pieces of tasks for the new week. So what are those tasks that we need that must be completed in this week? And then the second one is, what is the order you want to complete them? So which one comes first, second, third, just like that. I teach a lot of project management, the certifications, and it still boils down to planning, so what can you do? What should happen first? We call this concept time boxing. So if you start work at 9 a.m., for instance, 9 to 10, what should happen? 10 to 11, 11 to 12. And of course, you put white spaces in between times where you take a break, So before you now put all of these tasks in, you've ordered them on priority and what is really, really important. Then look at your list again. What can you eliminate? What don't you need to do tomorrow? Because you can't do everything in one day. Then what can you automate? What can you delegate? So this sets you up for massive results daily. So who is going to try this if you're not doing this already? I see Boyo raises his hand. Who else is going to try this? You could just use the hand raise on the footer bar. Okay, Susan is raising. She's going to try that. Kay says, beautiful. Ihoma, Uki says she will do that as well. Sometimes people look at some of the things we do within our organization and they're like, people actually call me to say, how is this? It's plan driven. So once you want results to happen, you must have a plan. In Nigerian parlance, we say anywhere belle face. Forgive my pidgin. So please, let's cancel anywhere belle face and have a plan. And as the year is even, rolling to an end, I think it's less than 30 something days to go. Today is 24th. So let's say we have Okay, it's even 37 days to go. No pressure. But if there were things you needed to do, this hack would really, really, really work for you. So let's see what that big word automation means. Automation is use of technology to execute tasks that would have otherwise been done manually by humans. There was this, was it the what's that platform? Is it Telegram? Yeah. I think they were interviewing the Telegram guy, and he says, I have a small team. You know, we are just, I don't even know how many, who knows how many they are at Telegram. I think that post went viral, either on Twitter or something, you know, and people were like, are you serious? Small team, and Telegram is all over the world. That's just because they're utilizing technology to do a lot of things. Is the season for lean businesses. Your business doesn't need to hire 100 people, have 10 company cars before it can create results for you. So using technology is the way forward to actually grow and scale that business. Automation has been with us for a while. You know, it's not something new, but I think with the advent of a lot of AI things maturing, you know, we hear about it a whole lot more. So there is a lot of advancement, is here to stay. You can automate, in fact, almost everything. In fact, people are talking about using AI influencers. You know, that means clones to replace maybe certain things that they were doing with people. You know, it's already happening. You could research that. It's already happening. So you could do different things. You know, you could have AI responding to your chats on your website, on your WhatsApp. You could have them help you do a lot of data analyzing, data entry, customer follow-up. The list is endless. So these are examples of automations we see every day. So let's take, for instance, on that green whatever is an oil and gas conference I attend every year. So guess what? They automate their emails. You know, once you fill a form and say, oh, when you guys have your next event, they usually do it maybe June, July, August 2025. You know, once you fill a form, they have an automated email flow that starts sending information to you, hinting you about the event, different things. In fact, once you can even print out your badge, everything is done hands off. So they're not coming to see you manually to show you what they are all about and all that. It's just through your email and your phone, and it's done. And again, if you watch Netflix, you know, imagine canceling a Netflix subscription and you say, I'm done with Netflix. You know, what do you think will happen? Netflix has an automation again that quickly tries to bring you back. In fact, they will start telling you there's a new movie coming December 1st. It's titled blah, 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 you know, and before you know it, you're like, this new movie looks good though. In fact, sometimes they would send emojis with tears. Who has received the Netflix emojis with tears? You know, sometimes they will do funny things. They will send emojis with a tear that they are missing you, like if it's okay, that just signed out. They will say, we are missing okay. We think you should come back. We have a new, all of those things are automations. And if they look at their dashboards, you see people will start coming back. Maybe you now see one action movie. Maybe Samson loves action movies. He now sees an action movie and wow, it catches his eye and he's like, wow, I think I need to just, let me go and watch that Netflix. And it's automated. It's a way they would retain you. So you can imagine, as big as Netflix is, they're doing that. You know, you will be like, why does Netflix need to beg me? But they need every dollar that you're spending on their platform, you know. And for instance, again, if you sign a form, it's a Google form for people to maybe enter into a wait list for something you have in 2025. You can also automate it. They can, from that Google form, be moved into a WhatsApp group, a Telegram group, somewhere where you nurture them. And that is predictability. Is adding you're able to say, okay, I have this amount of people, and they would, take up the service I want to offer them. So those are examples of how we are using automation daily in our lives. So in this session one, we'll look at why and when you should start automating. So why automate with AI? A lot of us spend countless hours on repetitive tasks. They consume our time, they drain our mental resources. So examples, every time you're saying the same thing to 100 customers in a month, you're typing in the same data. You're writing emails and doing it manually, one after the. In fact, sometimes you're like, I'm tired of this email, and stuff like that. So you want to be able to, offload some of these things to AI tools that can help you do the heavy lifting. So AI can automate mundane tasks, freeing up your time. So this allows you to now focus on higher value strategic work that requires that your human expertise and creativity. So benefits: reclaim time. So handling routine tasks, you can now do things faster, and then your precious time, you use it on problem solving, innovative ideas, and so on. And it helps to enhance your focus and creativity, because you need your creative juices to be used in other places. Then some signs that you need, to start automating: you have higher volume of manual work that consumes a lot of time and resources. So you don't have enough people doing the high volume of work. Frequent errors or delays that affect quality and reliability. And today's customer can also be very impatient. So if you automate, less errors, then lower customer retention or satisfaction, because you're not communicating to them, you're not talking to them. So imagine putting some of those conversations in emails, and being able to converse with people in social media content, and being able to converse with people. Lack of innovation or differentiation. So that's a sign that, you need to up your game. So that means some automation has to come in to help you do the heavy lifting. So little things you could automate. What are top things you can automate? A lot of people think about these 6 things, especially if you have a business: report writing, content creation, email marketing, DM marketing, meeting management, invoicing. But for you, what do you think that is priority on your list? What should automate more of? To automate on repetitive activities that can be automated. So less than 1 hour per day, 1 to 2 hours, 2 to 4, more than 4 hours per day. So you need to think about, and what you could do to release some of that time. So automation can be in any aspect of your business, but these are like an example. So just to engage us, what would you love to automate? You could pick 1 to 2 or 3 items that are topmost on your list. I'll be looking at the message box. If this is all making sense for you, please give us a thumbs up emoji. I'm giving myself a thumbs up. If this is making sense, please give us a thumbs up emoji. Thank you. Thank you. All right. So what would you want to automate in your business that eats a lot of your time? My weekly report. That means it takes up a lot of your time. Okay. Who else wants to go? What would you love to automate? Nenna, welcome. Go from content creation. Okay. Content eats up a lot of time. It really, really does. Okay. Call sheets for your suit, for your shoot. Okay. Okay. Want you to engage. 1 to 6. Samson says, wow, that's a lot. Okay. You can imagine freeing up all of that time so that you can use it to do, something really, really useful. Okay. So let's keep moving on. I like the pace, that we are following. We'll soon be wrapping up. So this is just the first part. So like I said, the second part, we'll vote in the group, whether it's a Friday or a Sunday evening, that we'll do it. Okay, so top 5 business processes that can benefit from automation: meeting planning, meeting notes, follow up. You could, take off a lot of that with automation. Customer service, content creation, just like we also said, tax and calendar management, especially if you have a lot of meeting in your day. Market research too, a bit of that can be automated. Examples of tools or platforms that can help you automate: you can take screenshots of areas that stood out for you, and then please do tag me either on LinkedIn or on Instagram. My Instagram handle, coach_Ojugo. My LinkedIn. So this is a conversation we'll continue having, with entrepreneurs, because, if you do a bit of this, your business will be flying high. Yeah, so a lot of us spend a lot of hours working in the business, not on the business. So using some of these automations would help, shift out some time so that you focus on, working on the business. So research writing, copywriting, content creation, there are tools like ChatGPT, which we are all aware of, I hope. Cloud AI, there's Gemini. I think they've changed the name from Google Bard to Gemini. Then there is Bing AI, there is Niches for copywriting, and Quillbot for paraphrasing. So a lot of the writing your business needs to do, can be, a bit of that brainstorming can be done there. Invoicing, Zoho has a lot of lovely tools. So there is Zoho Invoice as well. So it helps you create a professional look to how you invoice people. If someone says, please give me an invoice very quickly, it's already templated. You just go in there, put in the price, the product, if there is tax, and then you create a PDF, and voila, you're shipping it off to the person's email or their WhatsApp. Then customer service, you could use your WhatsApp, ManyChat, there's Chat Fuel, Telegram, WhatsApp for business. So if you have a website, it's good to have a WhatsApp for business. It really, really does a lot of magic, because if you don't have any chatbot on a website, you won't even know when people visit. But if you do, they will start chatting from there, and then you can convert them to paying customers. Then for marketing, there is HubSpot, Hootsuite, Buffer. Hootsuite, Buffer, ConvertKit, they are excellent tools for social media management. So you could use them to schedule. And for ConvertKit, you can use that for your email marketing. Then for communications, there is Calendly. And of course, there is also Google Calendar. We would actually talk about that in here. There is Zapier. You can also use bulk SMS tools. Sometimes when I have events, I set up my SMS messages, and you can drip them to do like a countdown till the event is there, to remind people, So using all of these tools, you can set some of these things months ahead of when you are going to be, heavy with a lot of work and all of that. And it does it. In fact, you may even forget that you automated an SMS and, customers calling just because you did the homework at the back. Okay, so really important to note. So are we using any of these tools? Are we using any of these tools mentioned? If we are, please drop a yes. If something is new to you, you can highlight what it is. I'm watching the comments. Okay, Suzanne says she uses some of them. Beautiful. Okay, are you in here? Samson, Ugofumi, have you used any of these tools? Okay, Tosin says, yes, I use some. Kay says, Quillbot for paraphrasing. Susan says, no problem. Ugofumi says, Gemini and Bing. Okay, beautiful. Beautiful. So I always tell people the robots are here, because all of them are infused with AI. So you can imagine using that, Nena says Zoho for her invoicing. Beautiful. So the robots are here. You can use all of these tools, to actually do a whole lot. You can use it to do a whole lot more. Even if your business is lean, you can use the tools and really have, a very efficient business, because what your customers want is that you're responding to them. You're responding to them. So in this second part, I don't think we'll be able to finish it just because of time. Like I told you, there is a second session. So that second session will be longer. So in this second part, we'll still, take a look at what criteria would you set for things you want to automate. So one is frequency. How often do you perform that task? The more frequent, the more the potential for you to automate, so that it starts freeing up your time. Nkechi, welcome. Then complexity. How complicated is the task? The less complex, the easier. All right. The easier it is to automate. Then variability. How much does that task change depending on different factors? The less variable, the more suitable for automation. Then impact. How much does the task affect your goals, or business outcomes? The less the impact, the less risks for automation. So please don't automate something that has a lot of impact, just in case it's not done well and there is a problem, along the road. So like I said, I'll just walk through some of the tools, and in the second part, we'll come back. We'll vote on whether it's a Friday or a Sunday. No, not a Sunday, whether it's a Friday or, another date. So we're looking at this week's Friday, to do like a wrap-up session where we now go very deep in. So invoicing, we said Zoho invoice. So when you go in there, go to Zoho on Google, and then type the Zoho invoice. So once you go there, you do not have a Zoho account, please, it's free. They made this particular one free for business owners. You're hearing it here, it's free. They used to make it paid, but it's free. So pick a template, add your business logo, personalize it, and make it more of you. Then, put all the information you need. Like I said, invoice your customer either as an email or a PDF on WhatsApp. And then once your customer receives it, they can also pay online or offline. So that tool is called Zoho Invoice. And then the next very important tool is Google Calendar. So with Google Calendar, users can create and edit events, okay? manage your schedule, your tasks, multiple calendars too, from other team members. So once you go in there, you add a calendar, look at your work hours if you're working with a team, and then make sure that you also connect that to your Google business profile. So every business should also look at having a Google business profile because it helps Google send you customers. Okay. If you have a business, Google business profile, and then you add your locations. Put the location where your business is located, customize your colors, your background, and if there is a meeting, share that meeting link with guests. So once you share it with guests, they can RSVP on it, and then when it's time for that meeting, you can notify them, and it becomes very easy. So Google Calendar works with a lot of notifications. So this is an example of, I'm not sure you can see this clearly though, but this is what the calendar looks like. So for instance, we're going into December in the next few days. So you can put in all the meetings you have, you can color code the different aspects of things you do, and then put in your time. I'm not sure I'll be able to, because of time, because I'm watching my time. I just want us to finish quickly. So if you have any meetings, December, any appointments, a takeaway from this is to go to Google Calendar and set them up, and then pull out the link and notify people, so that they can actually join you. Sorry, let me switch my system. Just give me a moment. Okay. So I'll be logging off this, and then okay, so that is some of what you could automate. So like we've mentioned, your Zoho invoice, your meetings on Google Calendar, and what have you. So they actually help you to manage things like your meetings and so on. So I'll try to share. Let me see if I can share my screen. No, I'm not sure I can, but I think I can take questions at this point. Have you used any of the tools mentioned? Are there things you would want to see? It's question time. Question time. Question time. You can raise your hand if you want to ask a question. The hand raise icon is on the footer. Please feel free to ask your question. Okay, Nkechi, feel free.
Okay, thank you. I've used Google Calendar, not
Oh,
in depth, though, but at least to set some few reminders.
okay.
I've not tried Zoho, but I'll try. I'll try it out from now.
Okay, beautiful. So now Google Calendar works so well. If you always have meetings, um Nkechi is my cell leader in church. So for instance, our cell meetings, you could get our email addresses, you understand, put in the exact time that meeting is supposed to happen, and then get our emails and add us to it, or give us the link to RSVP that we are coming in. So you could do that. You can do like a rep if it's a particular day. Let's say it's a Saturday at 9 a.m. So it would notify us during the week. You know how people get busy, so that from that notification we're like, oh, there's a cell meeting on Saturday at 9 a.m., and that would help create better results for attendance and stuff like that. And again, I see K says, can can you add your invoice to a website? Was that what you asked? Can Zoho invoicing be built into a website? Mm, I don't think so. Why I say I don't think so is that, first of all, what you can do on your website is to chat with your customer, because you need to collect requirements first. So get the requirements. For instance, if someone is buying software, I'm just using that as an example, or maybe buying clothes, and they say, oh, 12 pieces of a t-shirt, small size. You need to, because people's requests are different, so you need to, it's just something that you template, keep, put all the different details on your invoice, and then send out. You can send out on a particular day, when you actually need that service, sorry, that invoice to be sent out. And then you can also send reminder uh, notifications on that invoice. I hope that answers your question. I hope it answers you. Okay, yeah, thank you. More questions. It's question time. We have 7 more minutes to go. I don't intend to keep us long, because I know it's a Sunday evening. More questions. I think we can take one more. Please feel free to ask. Like I said, on the group, I'll put in event, the next event time. So that would be like phase 2. Any more questions? We are silent. Okay. So I'm guessing none. Okay. No problem. Yes. So please make sure you do your assignment of your 9 tasks for tomorrow, tonight. And you could also list your 45 tasks for the new week. And we said, see the ones that you need to eliminate when you're done. See what you can delegate, see what you can automate. So that prepares us very well for the second session, that is really practical, and that we can come in with our own, things that we want to do. So I want it to be that engaging. And please, on the group, do vote on the time, and then we'll pick it up from there. Thank you so much for spending a bit of your evening with us. Thank you, Samson. Thank you very much. Tax to delegate, tax to automate, tax to eliminate that you don't need to do, even though you had written them down. Yes, thank you very much. Thank you, Susan. All right. So I would put on the group the poll for the next date, and then we take it from there. Thank you and good night.